All right, let's go uncover the mysteries of the universe. All right, where do we want to go here? Several mysteries to explore. Quantum towers. Quantum moon's a big one. Still not quite to the quantum moon. So I did see a quantum moon locator. I think there's some mysteries to this device I haven't quite unraveled. The Nomai were... I don't think I'm going to go back to Nomai. That's just easier to say. The Nomai were able to warp here from the White Hole Station. This is where they first recreated warp technology. Nomai warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. To use the tower, you must be standing on the warp platform during the tower's alignment with its corresponding astral body. Alignment happens on when the astral body is directly overhead. Nomai knows something strange. Warped objects appear to arrive at the receiver on Brittle Hollow slightly before they departed the White Hole Station. This negative time interval between an object arriving and departing was incredibly minuscule, roughly 100,000th of a second. 100,000th of a second. Nomai were skeptical if their equipment could even measure time to such a small degree. Clearly can. Several large Nomai structure or towers form a ring around Ash Twin's equator. The White Hole Station was used as a model for these towers, which were built for the Ash Twins project. So, Ash Twins Tower and Black Hole Forge somehow connect. Figure out how to get to Black Hole Forge. Towers point down. Okay. We're gonna go that way anyway, so we still have some caves to run through a couple times and explore some things like the anglefish and whatnot. I didn't mean to click on White Hole Station. Let's click on Hourglass Twins. Oh god. What's this? So if that picture is up, in theory, I should be able to pass through this. Nope. Wrong again, shoot. Wrong again. Had to try it. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My left stick isn't, marking things. It's a problem. I'm gonna restart the game. biggish deal. Continue doing some stuff in Sunless City. There we go. It's working now. Nailed it. Go this way. This way. This way. Getting a Louis. Here we jump up. Here should be nearly to Sunless City. Okay, another thing I need to do is make sure. Here, so I can throw the thing in his mouth. Okay. Apparently, light the way or something for one of these paths. Let's go check that out. This will help light the way. Just gonna turn on those real quick and they all say. So kind of organize yourself in this room. Oh, I'm dead. No mine here. In here. How do I destroy these things? I self-destroyed. I mean, in this room. Like a scroll, I think. There we go. Who's been computing shuttle trajectories to the sun station? Don't worry, the station is in such a low stellar orbit, we've constructed a different, safer way to travel there from Ash Twin. Purely theoretical exercise on my part. Yarrow, who doesn't love computing a good, low stellar orbit shuttle trajectory? I look forward to working with you, but I'm also relieved it will be easy to return to Ash Twin regularly. That would be Pyle. Told her we shouldn't be traveling there by shuttle, and that the sun station doesn't even have a landing pad. She said she knew. Events of O2 remaining. Ship log updated. Hopefully we have to get some oxygen. Anything else in these? Can I need to get? Sure. Over to these trees here. Oxygen levels back to normal. Sure we don't run out of fuel in case we need that. Find alternate path here. Fossil Fish Cave. I read that yesterday, so... Kids playing a hide-and-seek game and giving a hint to where the Fossil Head Cave, like, entrance is or something. Stone Cave. I did explore some Stepping Stone Cave yesterday too, but I'll check out some of the stuff down here. Not anymore. Shit. Okay. We gotta go through the Stepping Stone Cave, which is this one here. It says the entrance is easy to see. Hey, we made it there. Yeah, this is big. I think this is a big discovery here. Wherever was it when we ended last time is the anglerfish. Rule change. The anglerfish now has to wear a blindfold. Do not peek, so this is their hide-and-seek game. The rest of us, the little fish, line up against one wall. When the anglerfish says go, the little fish sneak across to the other side. If the anglerfish catches you, you're eaten. Last little fish to be caught is the new anglerfish. The old anglerfish gives the new anglerfish the blindfold and becomes a little fish. Tag. Where are we changing it? It's hard if you can't see anything. That pie says real anglerfish are blind, so you have to wear a blindfold. The rule stands. Rule update. It's okay if younger kids don't wear the blindfold when they're it. The rest of us will still wear it for scientific accuracy and to make the game more even. So anglerfish are blind. That's the secret. Blog updated. Okay. That is a pretty nice secret. Although, how do they detect you? Are they sensing your vibrations? Can I throw a probe and distract them? mystery deepens. Uh-oh. All right. Suffocated. Suffocated. Oxygen. But we got some information. Information. So we'll see if there's anything left in this sunless city. We can move on to other locations. Dark Bramble. We can try going there again, but I feel like we need some sort of way to navigate through Dark Bramble. Oh. Right. Anglerfish fossil. There's no many children. Used to play a game here. One player was the anglerfish and wore a blindfold. The rest of the children, the little fish, lined up against one wall. When the anglerfish said go, the little fish had to sneak across to the other side. Blindfold rule was added because real anglerfish are blind. I wonder if that's how... if that's top thing is a hint for when I go back to Dark Bramble. One player was the anglerfish and wore blindfold. The rest of the little fish lined up against the wall. So they're just patrolling back and forth, probably. Sunless City. Station. Way to safely travel to the Sun Station from Ash Twin. The Nomai debated building the Sun Station in order to power the Ash Twin project. So I got everything in Sunless City. Perfect. That went actually a little faster than I thought it was going to go. You know, let's maybe try to either do Sun Station stuff. Ash Twin. But first, let's go to Dark Bramble. You suck. I thought you couldn't see, you jerk. Fake science. Okay, I don't know what the hell we're doing, Dark Bramble. This is freaky. Very scared. Ah! Ah! Scary! No! Got eaten. Yeah, I don't know how to avoid them. They're supposed to be blind. Freaking line. Nomai? I wonder if I could have led myself better with using freaking one of these signals. We're going back at it before we go back to twin. That's twin. What? What? What's going on here? There's 3 duplicate signals. I mean... let's go for it. I found him. I found our boy. Maybe I found him. Hold on. Damn it. I don't know how to land in here, but... I don't land. Feldspar says, "Whoa! Where'd you come from? No one's coming here. Well, ever actually. Makes you the second heathen to ever reach Dark Bramble. After me, of course. Well done. Thanks, Feldspar. Proud of myself for figuring this one out. Say, they made you an astronaut? You haven't blown yourself up yet? Good for you. Feldspar, you're alive. You never were the brightest hatchling, were you? Yeah, that's right. I'm alive. I can't been out here since my ship, crashed violently. Wait, what? Crashed? But you're the greatest pilot in Heathen history. Say to him. I haven't lived in polite society for a while, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume that wasn't sarcasm. The story goes like this. I just finished exploring the core of Giant's Deep, and I wanted to try my hand at Dark Bramble, seeing as no one had ever been before. Getting around Dark Bramble was easy, mind you. Once you've dodged one massive interdimensional vine bristling with thorns, you've dodged them all. But after a while, I run into this huge anglerfish. You seen them? Big, gnarly things. And this was the biggest one I've ever seen. Pulled a few stunts, try to shake the thing off. Nothing too fancy. I'm going full speed when the fish clips me, knocks me into a vine, and... well, like I said, I crash. Blammo! On impact, my ship starts making noises like it's coming apart from the inside. And I think, well, that ain't great. Sure enough, I barely get out of there before the electrical system starts sparking like crazy. Either move fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and my poor fried ship. So let me reread that. Either move fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and my poor fried ship. Camped out near where I crashed at first. I found the skeleton later. Great find. Would have been stupid not to use it. So I moved my setup over here and planted my emergency tree seeds. Been here ever since. Wow, can't believe you didn't die. Can't believe you destroyed your ship. No wonder there's so many stories about you from back home. We're gonna talk him up. He sounds pretty cool. Half bad yourself making it here in one piece. Anyway, that's how it all went down, hatchling. Story's over, but feel free to stay and enjoy the fire for a while. Or don't. Fire's not going anywhere. Oh, she wanted him to say, I found something. Wait on me, Hatchling. I found a dark bramble seed on Timberhearth. That's bad business, Hatchling. The chirp will tell you if you so much as glance in Dark Bramble's direction. There used to be a fifth planet where the bramble is now. This infernal plant at the center. This infernal plant appeared at the center and kept growing, and growing, and growing until it shattered the planet and scattered its pieces across space. If we don't get the seed you found sorted real quick, I suspect Timberhearth will be heading toward the same fate. And I tell you what, we Hearthens have overcome far too much to be done in by some worthless seed. Hey, Hatchling, pull up a marshmallow stick. Hear tales of my heroic exploits, have you? Found something. Found Nomai writings saying anglerfish are blind. Aha, so the blasted things do have a weakness. Meaning my fly as fast as I can approach to dealing with them could have used a bit more thought behind it. Well, at least they didn't eat me. All's well that ends well, eh, Hatchling? Okay, where should I explore here? That's the spirit. Anywhere's good, but you should know that this space is weird here. Intensely. Ever tried throwing your scout into one of these weird seeds? See there with the little opening? It's just big enough to launch one through. Your scout tracker will tell you the scout is in two places at once. I don't think that's wrong, exactly, because space doesn't work right in here. The seed looks small, see? Inside, it's bigger. Much bigger. I've had a lot of time to think about this. My theory is space in Dark Bramble kind of expands as you go through each sphere. That's why it's bigger inside those seeds. Well, that's my theory. Keep in mind while you're exploring Dark Bramble, and maybe you won't get lost inside forever. Luck. So you reached the core of Giant's Deep? How'd you do it? Because I haven't done that yet. Giant's Deep core, huh? Ah, that's a wild one. Since you're asking, I gotta assume you haven't made it down there yourself yet, right? I tell you how, it kind of feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was a big hollow vine my ship crashed into. Yep. If I were you, take a walk and see where it ends. You want to go to tail end of this anglerfish skeleton here and look for a flickering light in the fog. That'll be my old ship. Past starts there. So it gave me pretty much how I can get to Giant's Deep, which is good. So where's your ship? Not far from here. As a matter of fact, if you go straight past the tail of this anglerfish skeleton here, you'll see the flickering light in the fog. Follow that, you'll find my old ship. What's left of it anyway. What happened to this anglerfish? Oh, the skeleton? It was like this when I got here. As near as I can tell, this anglerfish must have been chewing on the vine and eating a seed. And then the seed grew and grew in the poor anglerfish's stomach until this happened. Gross, huh? The skeleton was a good find. Keeps the fish away. See, they're territorial, so they mostly avoid each other. That's why I set up camp here. Shouldn't I tell the ground control to come get you? Well, yeah, sure. Whenever you have the time. Frankly, I kind of like it out here. Quiet, peaceful-ish. You're a little young to understand. It's a lot of pressure, being the best that ever was. And nice to have a break. Alright, first things first. Wait a minute, who's this? Oh, I thought he was over here. He just looks different. Said to walk to the tail of this. Okay, that ship is here. Fix it for him. Electrocutes the crap out of me. And I don't know where he said to go after this. I wasn't paying that much attention. Okay, see what I had to say again here. Okay, so I was on the right path. I don't know if I have to go in the vine. I think I gotta trace the vine pretty much. Let's do that. Oh, cool. So this will take me to the core of the freaking ocean. That's so cool. Trip 4. Entry number, I'm going to say not 1. Crashes. 3. Boring crashes. 0. Personal best. Oh, never thought I'd see one of these beasties outside of Giant's Deep. They're awfully useful back there. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here, too. Ugh, this thing tastes terrible. Outside is all rubbery and tough. Maybe that's because it insinuates the jellyfish's insides from... or insulates the jellyfish's insides from getting zapped by electricity. Right, I'm going inside of this jellyfish interior cavity, if see if what's in there tastes any better. So I can go inside the jellyfish, I think. Interesting. Explore a little bit. What's the feldspar? Do not eat this, even if you are dying. It would be too sad if this were the last thing you ever ate. If you ever ate in this life. I guess these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. Again, do not eat. Love, feldspar. Okay, so we figured out how we can get inside the thing in Giant Steep. Inside the core, I should say. We gotta hide ourselves in a jellyfish. I almost kind of had it yesterday. I was like going up and down with the jellyfish. Thought it would help in some way, but whatever. Oh. Feldspar. Found the frozen jellyfish near your ship. Ah, so the old thing's still there, is it? That's where I first camped out after the crash. You know, it's pretty cozy inside. That's like the structural integrity and indomitable spirit of a camp made in the shelter of the very bones of the species that tried to eat you, I suppose. Still, very cozy. Okay, so let's go. I think we're done talking with him for now. We're gonna go to the ship and see what our updated log looks like, and then we have a couple things that we can do now. How to get through Giant Steep Core. Feldspar camp. Feldspar is alive. They crashed their ship and is now camping inside a huge anglerfish skeleton. Feldspar doesn't think my scout tracker is wrong when it says my scout is in two places at once. They have a theory that space doesn't work the same inside Dark Bramble. Feldspar doesn't sound overly eager to return to civilization. They've been enjoying the relative peace and quiet. And frozen jellyfish. Feldspar documented their attempts to eat the enormous jellyfish frozen in the ice. The outside was all rubbery and tough, possibly because it insulates the jellyfish's insides from getting zapped by electricity. Feldspar decided to venture into the jellyfish's interior cavity to see if it tasted any better on the inside. After tasting the inside of the jellyfish, Feldspar concluded that these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. All in the name of science. Then what I'm going to do is there should be additional signals here in Dark Bramble that I can possibly look into. I thought I saw some either distress beacon or quantum fluctuation, so... Get out of here. Big old vines. Okay, I should be able to find a distress signal in here as well. Pot 3, I may have to come back here and find that, but that's okay. Meditate. Oh, frick, man. Let's try. Depths of Giant's Deep. Okay, now we gotta find one that spins in different directions. This one. This will shoot us down below the ocean depths. Now, we should be able to place ourselves inside a jellyfish. Insulate ourselves from the electricity. Okay, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Got to find the one that's not electrically charged. I know this one has electrical stuff going on here, but that one doesn't know. Damn it. Should maybe approach this differently. There's gotta be one that doesn't, right? Feldspar just get extremely lucky. Kill the jelly. Bullshit. This is bullshit. That was crazy. I got in the ship right on time, and then the tornado launched us. Oh god. I'm guessing I have to find one that's not glowing like an idiot. If I touch it here, gotta fix damaged electrical systems. And do they lose electricity? Like, what's the next step of this puzzle? Shit. I didn't know I was close to death. Ah, Feldspar, Feldspar, Feldspar. Just tell me. This. Yeah. Testing the theory out. I'm gonna see if it's electrically discharged if I run into it. It does not appear to be the case. Hypothesis. I'm an idiot. I don't know, mate. I'm gonna search for a couple more minutes on here, and then I'll see if Gabbro has anything to say. What other tool would I have at my freaking disposal? Nothing to say there, huh, Gabbro? Not cool. Not cool. So I still don't know how to get down to that freaking core of the freaking giant steep because of electricity. thought the jellyfish were gonna be the freaking solve the problem there. Like I'd be able to go inside a jellyfish. See if we can't find the Nomai ship. Oh, hell yeah. This is the third Nomai distress ship. Can't get inside there. Our escape pod crashed as we tried to flee this place, destroying our movement and communication capabilities in the process. We've held out as long as we could here. This pod's supply of breathable air is nearly depleted, and the anglerfish attack more and more frequently. Our best chance at survival is to return to the vessel, turn to the vessel to either repair the damage or, more probably, await rescue. Escol says, Sika, is the message finished? The vessel's beacon is already growing fainter. It will be gone in a matter of hours. We need to leave here quickly. What's up, Arcanias? says, you died 42 times? That's the answer to the ultimate question. You know, when you're in a time loop, death isn't as big of a deal. Groundhog's Day in this shit. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference, if you ever read it. I never read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or watched any of the movies. Is it worth a read? Flight log escapes. Pod 3 vessel has been mortally injured. Emergency sequence activated. Awaiting departure from vessel. Now launching. Escape pod 3. Multiple collisions have altered. Multiple collisions have altered pod's trajectory. Significant damage to pod detected. Awaiting navigation error. Life support error. Propulsion error. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. Gravity not detected. Breathable air not detected. Multiple life forms detected. Potentially hostile. Verdict. Do not exit pod. There's a new problem. Our equipment is detecting two distinct beacons from the vessel. Din says this. Seka says, but it isn't possible for the vessel to be in two different locations at the same time. Din, I agree. The beacons are exactly identical to each other. Perhaps if I had more time. Seka, we're nearly out of time already. Din, the vessel's beacon is quickly fading. Soon it will be gone, and we will be lost. Pascal, we will follow the beacon whose source is nearest to us. But suppose that beacon is false. Pascal, we likely don't have enough air to reach the farther of the two beacons. Then the decision is made for us. Pascal, we'll leave a trail of lights as we go. There's still a chance someone could hear our escape pod's distress signal. Okay. There might be a trail of lights. Escape hatch. Okay. Okay, so I see their trail of lights. Perfect. Perfect. Everything's coming together. We're going to see what happened to this Nomai escape vessel. Escape pod. There's three of them. One landed on Ember Twin. One landed on Brittle Hollow. And this is the third one that landed. All mean. You didn't like it? Not a fan of British humor? Interesting. When you come here searching for us, we followed one of the two beacons from the vessel to this place, but now it can go no further. It's almost too faint to hear now, but the vessel's beacon is still faintly emitting from within this thorny seed. Yet the opening is too small for even a single Nomai to fit through it, so our escape pod cannot flown through here. I don't understand how this could be possible. This gruesome place seems to be able to manipulate space itself. Maybe this is our way, maybe this was our undoing. He's so close to the location of the vessel, and still so far is difficult. Worse, the vessel's beacon is dying. Soon, we'll be unable to hear it. There's nothing we could do now but try to perhaps find a way inside, or at least attempt to comprehend why this happened. My dearest hope is that the other escape pods were able to reach relative safety. So where does this lead to then? That is the question. So now I should be, in theory, be able to trace this scout somewhere. Is that right? I don't think I can fit through this either. This might not be good. Oxygen might be too low in my fuel. Oh! Scared me. Scared me. I didn't know this was survival horror. Jump scared in a chill puzzle game. Do not try clipping that, okay? Okay, that's just embarrassing. Get a little embarrassed by that one there. All right. Okay, let's see. Where do I want to go next? See what the ship log has to say. Okay. One of the three Nomai escape pods that crashed in our solar system. All three escape pods were launched from something called the Vessel, which was badly damaged. Survivors from Escape Pod 3 detected two distinct beacons from the vessel, as if it was in two locations at once. Survivors from Escape Pod 3 followed one of the two vessel beacons to a small dark bramble seed where they could go no further. Nomai could faintly hear the vessel's beacon from within the seed. The opening was too small for a single Nomai to fit through, much less an escape pod. Vessel's beacon was dying. It would soon be gone completely. If I launched my scout into the seed, I could take photos of the enormous derelict Nomai ship. Dang it. So I just needed to take pictures. quantum moon there. So got some things to figure out with regards to the quantum moon. I like my theory about shooting this and then being able to see where it goes. I just gotta avoid those damn anglerfish. Fuck you. God damn it! Don't wake the... I didn't try to! We're so close. So close to finding the Nomai vessel. I'm gonna try that again. So we have to find that escape pod, launch a scout through the bramble seed, and then go trace the duplicate signal. Because in Dark Bramble, things can be at 2 places at once, because space doesn't operate there like it does other places. Easy. We just gotta avoid the anglerfish, which apparently they're blind. But I don't know how they see me. Other than, like, sensing my movement. If I'm, like, far enough away, but... in order for them to be far enough away, I'd have to know where they are, you know? You know? So we still need to go to the Sun Station and to Quantum Moon. I need to solve those puzzles. Let me... this has to say real quick again. Oh. It says I did that. I launched my out into the sea at the Nomai Grave and took photos of an enormous derelict ship. I think I gotta locate this freaking ship. Go vessel. The only other one we might talk to is Feldspar again. Should be able to pretty much go to where the escape pod signal is. Go directly towards that one. We should avoid the other anglerfish. God damn it. Going directly towards that one is sometimes you get stupid vines. Gotta go to the aft hole. Stupid. So that's their vessel there, and I've seen pictures of the Know my ship being surrounded by dark bramble seeds. So we gotta figure out how these dark bramble seeds can be removed. They're devourers of planets. They are... Okay, so avoid that anglerfish down there. Okay, perfect. Go in this bramble seed. Hopefully there's not a lot of lights. Looks like there are. It's not a good sign. I wonder if I can enter in a different way. No? Seems like what's going to happen is I'm going to enter here. Yes, there's going to be anglerfish. Anglerfish will come after me. I can exit the seed, which will somehow exit not just that seed, but the entire planet. Re-enter the seed. Now we're going for this duplicate scout signal, and we're avoiding any sort of anglerfish we see along this path. My hope is when I go to this signal, we won't see the same anglerfish in there. Ah, we do. How do I avoid that? Jesus Christ. That scares me. It scares me. I don't know what to do. Stupid anglerfish are supposed to be blind. That was scary. That was very scary. I'm still screwed. I have an idea though. Yeah, I use fuel on the top right. You can see I'm utilizing fuel. But my idea is to see if these anglerfish... I could do this in my ship if I die here. But I want to see if these anglerfish will... Yes. It'll chase that. That didn't work. I don't understand. Quite perplexed. I want to see the Nomai vessel. Clearly, we still have to do. I'm playing with controller. So when I went to Sunless City, Sunless City stuff. This is the vessel. Detected a signal. And the vessel taken by Dark Bramble. And then E escape pods evacuating Nomai vessel. Okay, but Sunless City. Let's go. Which was here. He said... Right here. Anglerfish fossil. The blindfold rule was added because real anglerfish are blind. Okay, game here. One was the anglerfish or blindfold, the rest were the children, the little fish, lined up against the wall. The anglerfish said, "Go!" The little fish had to sneak across to the other side. Yeah, what's the hint? Am I close? Am I just missing a little something, or do I need to go discover something elsewhere? I thought I could launch my scout and they'd maybe go chase the scout. Use momentum. That's interesting. I don't know how. I guess maybe they sense the heat of my thrusters. As that's going on, I'm gonna go mark Dark Bramble and the Nomai grave. It's hot! I wonder how much momentum I'm gonna need. I don't know how I would have pieced together that the anglerfish are blind and not to use momentum based off of them being blind, but I guess it kind of makes sense, but it's kind of interesting. They didn't maybe have a little bit more explicitly stated, but that's okay. We had like most of that figured out. Get it stuck to the thing. You noticed that they reacted? I didn't notice that, yeah. Yeah, since this has like 0 gravity, I am able to use momentum pretty well. But I didn't notice that. I thought I was just getting close enough to trigger them or something, but... Oh god, am I stuck? Kinda. Okay, let's build some momentum and just go freaking launch in there. Alright, here we go. Creepy AF, dude. Ooh. This. To follow my scout signal, but Eggs? Oh, better not take pictures here yet. Should I touch it? Poop? Looks like that might be anglerfish eggs. Oh, sick. This is it. It's a huge discovery. Wow. This is their vessel. Oh my goodness. Let's get ourselves, adjusted a little bit here. Took some major damage from that. Gonna eat. Sounds good. I'm gonna explore. Look, unlocking the secrets. Thank you. Damn it. Now the question becomes, is there going to be like writing or... entrance to the ship. Well, what the hell? Ship log says anything? Vessel, I'm here. I'm at the vessel. Hmm. Maybe I don't follow ship and well, there's too many routes entangling this, so. Do I need to bring a warp core here? to go now? Go back to Feldspar. What this guy has to say? Tell him I discovered a Nomai vessel and an escape pod. All the mysteries to the universe. Not all, just some. Let me guess. Anglerfish? Huh. You got it in one. Kind of hard not to once you've seen one of those fish up close and personal like. Well, take a load off and refill your oxygen tank, actually. There's plenty of fire to go around. Found something. anglerfish nest. That's where those blasted things come from, is it? Stars above. If I still had a working ship, I'd be sorely tempted to go show them what's what. Probably best to leave them alone, though. Really, more trouble than it's worth to mess with anglerfish. Oh, that's funny. Okay, where's my ship? Okay. I'm gonna try to go back to Edge Deep again. And then I explored Dark Bramble pretty well. Still got to figure out what the heck's the deal with the vessel, but at least we have it located. We still have some Hourglass Twins to look into, the Interloper. Still have a little bit in Brittle Hollow. Even Timber Hearth, I think, maybe has a little bit of exploration to do. So, everything. Wreck. Rushing that. Oh my god, we're doing it! I just had to get out of my suit and enter from the tail. Or get out of my ship and enter from the tail. Okay, I'm inside. This is what we're looking for. Part of the cannon probe thing. Yes, 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 yes. This should be the control panel room. God, we're doing it. It was eggs. It was a nest. And no, I didn't go collect them. Okay. Ash Twin Projection Stone. This is going to be big. Okay, it's where the masks are located. I think I've seen a projection like this before. Ash Twin, there's the masks that store our memories. To the wall. Translate this. Yo, I have exciting news. Private, the Ash Twin project is almost prepared to receive the probe data from the orbital probe cannon. Rami is adding some finishing touches here, but she'll be finished soon. Are you and the orbital probe cannon well? The statues here in the probe tracking module is ready to record each launch's flight trajectory and will automatically transmit all relevant data to you. On the other appendage, I'm now worried about this cannon's structural integrity and its crew's moral integrity. Once the probe determines the location of the Eye of the Universe, I'll send an alert directly to you and Raimi. I've certainly seen this room. Imagine, Private. The probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the Eye of the Universe. You'll be the first to see them. I'm honored and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power it breaks, will you? Fret not, my nervous friend. We only need to fire the probe once. Anyway, so who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon's structural integrity slightly? I would mind, Mallow. I would mind because we won't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. Check out. Side here. Nothing here. Something. Receiving data from probe 9,318,117. Visualizing current trajectory of probe 9,318,117. Guy. Retrieving previous launch data from Ash Twin. Total number of probes launched. Deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the Eye of the Universe found by probe 9,318,045. Logs updated. Retrieving stored coordinates from Ash Twin. Displaying coordinates for the Eye of the Universe. So I know where the Eye of the Universe is now. Seems like a big discovery. Oh god. Hold on. I think we're good. Okay, so now we gotta hop in one of these jellyfish. Oh god. Stop. Okay. Oh, I got out. That's fine. Aw, man. Ship-hull breach detected. Come on. My ship. You have to meditate. Alright, well, we're gonna go to our ship log and see what it says. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I saw you wishlisted MGS. Emulation is the best way to play it. Official port is awful and overpriced. Yeah, so I have played that game. That's one of my most played games ever. I just haven't played it for like 15 years. In high school, I probably beat that game 5 times or so. And in college, I played it a time or two. And then after college, I played it a time. So my guess is I beat that game probably 6, 7 times. And I'm like, man, I haven't played that game for a while. I should play it again. So I added it to my wish list. I could emulate it. That's no problem. The Xbox collection in college too. Yeah, I think I have the game on my PS3. I gotta get like my HDMI port fixed on my PS3. Okay, let's see what this says. And I added Delta to my wish list as well. I think that might have been on sale. % off or something like that. Or I'm gonna wait till it's 50% off and then maybe buy it. Like, I hadn't played that game since I was for 20 years either. So I've played replayed through MGS1 like 15 years ago, but I haven't played MGS3 for the longest time, so I'm like, might as well play it with the upscaled graphics. I love the Metal Gear Solid games, so. Okay, let's go probe tracking module, see what this says. Orbital probe cannon. Oh, man. It's the control module we still need to do. The orbital probe cannon has launched millions of probes. The 9,318,054th probe located a deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the Eye of the Universe. The statue in the probe tracking module automatically records each probe's trajectory and transmits the data to the Ash Twin project. I found Nomai coordinates marking the location of the Eye of the Universe. Pass through the electrical barrier and reach the coral forest at the planet's core. Still more to explore in the control module. Played through it multiple times. Yeah, that's a freaking fantastic game, especially for like a 90s, late 90s game. That was peak. Peak then. Where are these damn coordinates? I think going back to Ember Twins is going to be what I do next. We gotta figure out this control module at some point. Been there multiple times. Module. I'm gonna go there real quick, see if there's something I missed that I was just doing in my last thing, so. Go to. This will probably be my last little play, and then I'll quit and eat something and probably be back on tomorrow. Getting this game figured out though. Never thought it was possible. Said it couldn't be done. Firing retro rockets. I probably need to purchase the DLC to this game too. Okay, this is the part I think I needed to explore more. Okay. Oh, go down there. Go down there. We missed 10 seconds ago. Request to launch probe received from Ash Twin Project. Cannon aligned with randomly selected probe trajectory. Gravity field activated. I never did this before. I've been in this room like 10 times, so. Begin launch log. Orbital probe cannon. Launch request received. Probe launch successful. Probe tracking modules receiving data from probe. Orbital probe cannon structure compromised during launch. Damage to multiple modules detected. Yeah, I've heard the DLC is a little bit different than the main game though. But I'll probably take a break from them after I beat this main game. If I beat this main game, I'll probably take a break and play the DLC like later this year or something, or this summer maybe. We'll see. Orbital probe cannon damage report. Severe structural stress detected. Assessing damage to modules. Control module intact. No structural damage. Launch module. Viewport window fractured. Module exposed to vacuum of space. Probe module. Probe tracking module missing. Okay. So that was the mysteries I hadn't gotten from there. To our ship and see if our ship log has updated all this now. I will say, the more I'm playing this game and figuring it out, the more I'm liking it. I'm really enjoying this game. I have been stumped a couple of times. That's okay. So I got UNTG here for. Okay. Control module has been updated now. Control module recently received a request from the Ash Twin project to launch the probe. The cannon was aligned with the randomly selected probe trajectory. The probe was successfully launched. The cannon's structural integrity was compromised in the process. Damage is detected in multiple modules. What else? It's like all the nodes over here. Then, really, I think the Twin Embers is like the big one. We've located where the vessel is. We have the Quantum Moon still to try to figure out that riddle. What's this referring to? Okay, this was on the Interloper. So I need to explore the Interloper a little bit more. The Twins a little bit more. Ember and Ash Twins a little bit more. That's the Ash Twin project. Several things do. Whitehole Station, High Energy Lab, Twin Towers, Sun Station, Sunless City. I've done everything at Sunless City? Looks like I maybe have. Alright. Man, I'm tempted to, like, do another run, but yeah, I'm still in this run, so where do I want to go? Where do we want to go here? I think we're going to go to Ash Twin Towers. Oh, I can't freaking mark them, but I'll be able to mark them on here at least. What's up, Ant Ball? Ant 88 Ball? Welcome in, how are ya? Oh god. Might be too close to the sun. Oh! That sucks. I was gonna make that my last run. I'm existing, recovering from my playthrough. Did you just recently play through? A couple of days ago. Nice. Nice. And what'd you think? Most amazing game ever? No spoilers, but you tell me if it's the most amazing game ever. Been watching through like 5 other people play as well. Nice. Yeah, I just started. When did I start? Like last week, middle of last week or so. Really enjoying it. This is. Yeah. Left me feeling very fragile though. Interesting. I'm hoping they create like more games. Did you do the DLC? I'll show you what my board looks like here. We got a lot discovered this playthrough. Like, I've been playing just about 3 hours, and I finally discovered how to get into the freaking ocean depths. I figured out last time, but I figured out how to get into the core of the ocean depths. And so then I went to the probe tracking module. The control module, I had these little thingies. I didn't realize I could get some story that way. Let's see. The Amber Twins, or the Ember Twins and Ash Twins are the ones I need to explore a little bit more. I went through Sunless City tonight and discovered the anglerfish fossils. So then I went to Dark Bramble and found our boy Feldspar and found the Nomai gravesite. So yeah. I think the... Are you playing on PC? Or were you playing on, like, PlayStation? Check something here. I think the DLC is on sale. Can I give a little thing I found cool about the game? Not really a story spoiler, just a really interesting character with some cool stuff going on with them. Specifically dialogue. Sure. Sure. Have I met this person? I also put No Man's Sky in here. I don't think it's going to be as good as Outer Wilds, but... Alright. Let's check here. So Outer Wilds... DLC is on sale right now, 40% off. Chert. Oh, on the Ember. I've met Chert, yeah. And how he's all like stressed out and stuff about the star exploding. Yeah, I just met him last stream, I think. Spend a loop with him? Okay. That's good advice. I wouldn't otherwise do that. Like the entire 22-minute loop? Okay, his dialogue changes depending on when in the loop. Okay, that's really cool. That's really cool. I'll have to do that. Maybe that's what I'll do is I'll mark Church Camp and hang out with him in the next playthrough I do. And it's progression for the ship log for the achievement. Okay. Okay. Good advice. Good advice. But let's see. Quantum Moon Locator. High Energy Lab. Lots of cool stuff to explore still. But yeah, really enjoying this game and all I've explored so far. Really, like 2 streams ago, I was super frustrated because I was on Brittle Hollow, kept falling into the black hole. I'm like, I don't know how to get into the freaking, what was it called, the Tower of Quantum Knowledge, and then somebody gave me a little hint about falling into the black hole so that you can not be affected by gravity and get up to the upper part, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then tonight I needed a little hint on the anglerfish because they kept finding me and I'm like, they're supposed to be blind. And Arcania has told me, oh, you're supposed to use momentum and not use your thrusters. That was the same, yeah. My current idea, it's some sort of time paradox where I think that the Nomai are existing either in the present or even the future. And they're a future civilization. Maybe it's like, maybe they've come and detected our signal somehow, the Herthan signal. That's kind of my theory, because every time the loop starts, the orbital probe cannon breaks apart. And they're the ones who built the orbital probe cannon. So there's something with that. Obviously, their vessel was... I still have a question mark on the vessel. I made it to the vessel. I don't know what else I need to do at the vessel. But the vessel was overtaken by Dark Bramble. It seems like Dark Bramble is overtaking some of the planets. Timberhearth has a Dark Bramble thing on it, which our boy Feldspar said was not good. I gotta figure out how to deal with this quantum signal too. I know if I take a picture, and if I'm looking at the picture, the moon rocks will not disappear. I don't know why this is still, like, in yellow here. Okay. Anyway. Hopefully I get a chat with you. Currently working towards anything in game? What do you mean by that? My next playthrough, I'll explore the Ember Twins and Ash Twin a little bit more. Try to uncover a few things with that. I also need to go back to the Interloper. And then also the Quantum Moon I haven't been to yet. I think I have some theories on how to get there. So we'll see if next time I can get to Ember Twin. Are you trying to look for a particular thing or place? No, not in particular, just a few things here and there. Coordinates of the Eye of the Universe is kind of interesting. I just discovered that that had happened. So we'll see. We'll see what other pieces of mystery we can uncover next time. We'll go to Interloper probably tomorrow. Ember Twin and Ash Twin. And then I don't know, it's probably about time I try to unravel a little bit more about the Quantum Moon and Quantum Signals. Lake Bed Cave, that's definitely something. That's on Ember Twin, okay. Something I need to uncover as well, so. Alright, very excited. Very excited. Hopefully I'm one of the people you continue watching this game a little bit more. We have lots to discuss, man.
We're not here just to take part. We're here to take over.
Thank you for the follow. Oh, I will. Nice. Love it. Love it. I know, I can't wait to like hop on the Reddit threads and see what people are saying on there. I don't want to go on there right now because I know it'll spoil it, and I don't know what goes on in this game. I tried to go in, when I read reviews, I read the best thing you could do is go into this game as blind as possible, and I'm like, heck yeah. I'm glad I listened to that advice. So, alright. Until next time, Arcaniaz, Antball, anybody else who was hanging out tonight, thanks for hanging. We'll see you next time.